not afraid.
You will be. You will be. Are you ready? Damn you! God damn you all to hell!
Travis Wingoodsell. We're closing in on 4:30, and I still don't have the full evidence finished. This was longer than I thought. There was a ton of evidence that I'm going to be submitting, not just to the landlord, because I mean it was horrifying. As I went over it, paragraph by paragraph, I realized how much more she was confessing to, how much more crimes, and man, I had to actually pull out all the evidence that I've been saving, and I told them, I've saved the evidence, guys. You don't want to do this to me. You guys need to cease and desist. But nope. So yeah, I again saw in her letter the threat that we will do this again to you. That's our modus operandi. God. That's sad. Alright, so let's see, I'm guessing it's additional evidence motion. Yes, it is. So, Bruce S. Jenkins is the guy who wants to handle it himself this time. Not going to have a magistrate judge interfere and cause problems again. So that's interesting in and of itself, but yeah. So I've listed them in Roman numerals. The first one is for the landlord and her signed submission of guilt and confession of continual crime against me. And so that, let's see, wow. That goes into, I did it Roman numerals first, and then A's for subsections, and then 1, 2, and 3 for subsections. And so I have E, F, so I go all the way down to F for just the landlord. And then Roman numeral 2, this is about correcting the previously submitted evidence I titled incorrectly as the Seagull Gate Temple Square, and start off by saying I need to make a correction in the labeling of the photo evidence called Seagull Gate Temple Square. It's actually supposed to be the Eagle Gate. And then I give reason why the change is necessary, because of the changes to the meaning of the carved symbolism. And so then I go over the symbolism. Start off with the Illuminati. That's their symbol. One eagle, inverted pentagram. And so then I have to then make the connection. How does Brigham Young connect to the Illuminati? And so that's where I bring up the Scottish Rites and Heber C. Kimball's Wikipedia page on Masonry. I go over all of that. So yeah, that's part C with Canandaigua, and go over that whole section in Wikipedia. And yeah, then I have a third category, a third Roman numeral for I've got to figure out which one would go where. But Herbert, I've indicted him in all this as a co-conspirator in this one. And will then show that the health professionals who said you need to shut down now, way back in the beginning, and Herbert refused to do so, and Nelson refused to do so, and so as a result, all the deaths that have occurred, all of the children, all of Utahns who have contracted this virus, it's the fault of Governor Herbert and Russell M. Nelson. It's not my fault. You guys didn't want to listen to me, so it's not my fault. It's your fault for not listening to me, but it's not my fault. Because I warned you. I told you. Moses said, stay home. We need to stay home. Let this pass over. Church, shut it down. Don't do a partial shutdown. Shut it all down. Kept yelling and screaming over and over, video after video in that beginning. Nope. They just took their time. And so all the deaths to your loved ones, to your friends and family, neighbors, that's who you blame. They chose to cause us suffering. They chose. Don't let them turn it on you now that we're going on to 7 months or 8 months. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. We're going into 8 months. Don't let them rewrite the narrative of how it began. They want to blame you. They want to blame you for not wearing a mask, not socially distancing, when he himself purposely caused it to come into Utah, escalate, and then didn't shut it down quick enough, and then opened it too soon by manipulating the numbers, by lying to us as to how it was handled, and terminating of people who were standing up to Herbert, saying, no, we're not doing this. You can't allow somebody to get a pass on this. Nelson and Herbert don't get a pass. Don't let them get away with this. I'm not. Thus the lawsuit. So the question is, whose side are you on? Because if you're just sitting on your couch watching me from your cell phone, and you're not out there doing anything to voice disapproval, to actively protest, to do lawsuits, or whatever it is you can do that you are capable of doing, you have to do something. You can't just sit on the sidelines for this. Trump purposely drew us into this battle. Herbert, Nelson purposely drew us in so that nobody can just sit on the sidelines with this. They're the ones to blame, not you. Make sure you don't lose sight of what they want to change history to be instead. Because Trump will say, oh yeah, China, and it came into America, and I tried to save America by shutting out Muslims. And Democrats, the deep state was really hammering hard on me, and so it was necessary for me to send out the military on the streets during Election Day to shut down the Democrat deep state coup d'etat of America. They wanted communism or socialism, because I don't know the definition of either. and they wanted to take away the monarchy that has always been in America. Yeah, he will do that. So, alrighty. What do we do, guys? What do we do? So, yeah, like I said, because I won't be able to finish today, hopefully tomorrow, so I can get it. It's still, because it'll be on the docket, but maybe I could still submit the complaint on Monday. We'll have to see. Because if it gets approved and it gets put on the docket, it should be approved. Because it's not a motion. It doesn't require Judge Jenkins for any kind of order of approval. It's just, I'm submitting evidence. And so all I need to do is get it on the docket so that Monday I can then, do the waiver of summons intention that I have planned. So that's what I'm hoping for. And so, yes, if you know your calendar dates for Monday, that's Yom Kippur, the Jewish holiest of holy days, the Holy of Holies. That's the Day of Judgment, Day of Atonement. And notice that it's right after the New Year's, 10 days later, as the 10th letter in the Hebrew alphabet is the Yod. And as I've taught you Paleo-Hebrew, that's the Egyptian hieratic character, or hieroglyph, or from the hieroglyphic character of the Heliopolis creation glyph of heaven, earth, and Father's shoe separating his children in the middle, the Rakia, or air. And so, yeah, when Heavenly Father breathes life into Adam as the first creation, that's him. That's our Heavenly Father, Mormons, not Adam. Brigham. But yes, Adam is the father of Abel, who was murdered by his brothers Cain, just as Osiris was murdered by Set, who is Satan, King Set. So I've been trying to help you guys out here. And what do I get for it? What do I get for it? I stand alone, like the Scorpion King, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.